And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the San Francisco Giants. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And on the mound now, Carlos Rodon. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, he throws the change in the slider off the fastball. I really like how he's able to sell fastball, but it's really change up and keep hitters just out in front a little bit. Swing and miss, soft contact. The slider as well comes out of the same tunnel. All three very deceptive, and hitters are going to have to stay back and make sure they get pitch recognition.
And he deals. Mookie Betts takes a strike as he leads things off.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Kicks and fires. Strike two.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
And now the lefty. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. At the belt and fires. Got him. And that's the first out.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
I'm skirting off. I'm in a foreign now. Magic City, bring an umbrella. It's pouring down.
Trey Turner at the plate. He's turned into one of the best shortstops in the game. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
And now the 0-1. Swings and misses. That's strike two. No score, just getting started, top of the first.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
One down, base is empty. And that's down and away.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Next offering is fouled back.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Fly ball down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. The pitch. On the ground to the left. Longoria to first. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close.
That is third.
Here's the Dodgers lineup now. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience singing.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
2 outs. And fouled off. Oh, and 2 now. In the air, right field. Wade makes the catch, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. It's the Dodgers nothing with the Giants coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the first, our starter in this one, Tyler Anderson. What's the word on him?
Well, he's got great stuff, but what makes his stuff even better is his delivery. Hides the ball for a very long time, high leg kick, and by the time the hitter sees it, it's right on top of him.
We go to the bottom of the first. Mike Yastrzemski up here.
The center fielder, Mike.
The wind of the pitch.
Yastrzemski.
And ball 1. Next pitch inside. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Anderson ready to work. And there's a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And a 2-1 on the way. In there at the knees for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout.
Batting second, the first baseman, Brandon Belt.
Up to the plate, it's Brandon Belt. And a foul ball. Next offering is foul back. And the pitch. That one just misses.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's Evan Longoria's turn.
Evan Longoria.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Oh, 1 down. Foul ball. The wind and the pitch. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And welcome back. Second inning set to go. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
Off for the Dodgers, the first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Pitch. Fouled off. He was late. Is there a little wrinkle to that? I think there was.
Yeah. A little slider action.
kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Wow. Good luck catching up to that one.
The 0-2. Oh, now this one is blasted to right. Forget it. Way back there and gone. Freddie Freeman bops one out of here. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0.
Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
And up to the plate is Will Smith.
That is it. The catcher, Will.
First pitch, not close.
Okay, from here, he's got to treat this as a clean inning. Forget about the fact that his team is now down by a run.
Next offering is downstairs. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
And here it comes. This one smoked out to left. Slater puts the squeeze on that one, and there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
On the ground to first, Bell handles the chance, and he takes it himself for the out.
That is second. The center fielder, number 35, Cody Bellinger.
Here's Cody Bellinger. To the right side. He dives, but he can't make the catch. That leaves him without a throw, and they can't get the out.
Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 3, Chris Taylor.
Chris Taylor now. Swings through that one. 0-1. Now the 0-1. Bounce to the right. Estrada picks it up. The throw to first. Third out. That ends the frame. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the second. Now the Giants' 4-hitter, Darren Ruff.
The designated hitter, Darren Ruff.
The wind to kick the pitch. There's a strike. Yeah, the lefty with the 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
And a pitch. On the ground to third. Throw on to Freeman. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
Here's Brandon Crawford. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Popped up. Lux drifts towards it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Batting sixth, the second baseman, Cairo Estrada.
Cairo Estrada to the plate. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
Yo, 1.
Nope. Ball 1.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Here's a 1-1.
There we go.
That's inside. The 2-1. And that's downstairs and outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Next offering finds the zone, and the count is full.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
2 down, nobody on. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Three and 2 now. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. The wind of the pitch. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Giants go down quietly, still behind by a count of 1-0. Top half of the 3rd inning, and now it's Gavin Lux. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Wade settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one away.
Now batting, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts, the next to hit, led off the game with a strikeout. And that one ripped to left. Slater makes the catch. 2 away now.
The batter, number 6, shortstop, Trey.
2 outs, base is empty. Trey Turner steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there, he owns the home plate area.
And a pitch. Out to short. Toss to Belt, and they get Turner for the out. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Dodgers down in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Welcome back. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Lamont Wade Jr.
Leading up for the Giants, the right fielder, Lamont Wade Jr.
Anderson back to work. And that one fouled off. And a pitch. Hard hit to third. Turner to first. And a quick out, number one.
Batting in, the left fielder, Austin Slater.
Austin Slater stands in. In there for strike one.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
And now the lefty.
Nope. Right down, 1-1.
Bounced out to short. Turner gloves it. And two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Joey.
This is Joey Bart.
He's looking to hit the ball the other way in 99% of his at-bats. But if you make a mistake middle in, he can touch you up for a four-bagger.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Oh, and 2 as he waves at that one.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
That's hard hit in the line. He can't get there, and that should be extra bases. Not in time. He's got a double.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. He's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
And up next for San Francisco, Mike Yastrzemski.
The center fielder, number 5.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Yastrzemski.
So the tying run at second. And that one missing low. Fought off foul.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Left-hand batter waits. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. That's the third out. Inning over. One left for San Francisco. They still trail 1-0. And welcome back. Start of the fourth, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Justin Turner.
The third baseman, Justin Turner.
Sit down now.
And he deals. And that's in for a strike.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
The pitch. That misses. And 1-1. Next offering is in for a strike. Kicks and fires. That one the other way, and that gets down into the gap.
The first baseman, number 5,
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Turner on at first, nobody out. On the ground, 2 ball. Goes to second for 1. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
The batter now will be Will Smith. And that's in there for strike 1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. If you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Next offering is in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. Rip, but it curls foul.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Yastrzemski has this one sized up, brings it in, and that is that. Back here at the ballpark, and now the first baseman, Brandon Bell.
leading up for the Giants. The first baseman, Brandon Bell.
The pitch. And that's a strike.
So important for him to control the heart rate right now. He's got to go through the heart of this lineup.
The pitch. Good eye right there. The pitch. And a foul ball. Belt swinging a drive deep right field. And that one is out of here. Brandon Belt goes deep, and it ties it up. It's tied at 1.
So many times a sinker inside is a foul ball off the ankle for the batter. But that time he did a really nice job of staying inside the pitch and getting through it.
Evan Longoria, the next Giant to hit.
The third baseman, Evan.
So you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And the pitch. Here we go. And that drops in for a strike. Stays alive. And a swing and a miss. And there's one down. Next will be the Giants' DH, Darren Ruff. Grounded out his first time. Swings through that one. 0-1. Next offering is down low. And it's a ball and a strike. Swings and misses. And that is strike 2. The next offering misses. 2-2.
I got to count 2-2.
This one popped up. Lux under it. That's out number 2.
The batter, number 35, shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
And up next for the Giants, Brandon Crawford. That one's in there, 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
The wind of the pitch. Swings and misses. Picks up strikeout number 7. But a run scores in the inning as this solo home run ties things up. All even now at 1-1. All set for the start of the inning. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Max Muncy. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
But we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
On the ground to third. No play, that's an infield single.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Go ahead run on base. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. Left-hand hitter waits. Fouled off to the right. Pitch. in there. And so now 1-2. Muncy aboard here at first with nobody out. On the ground, a second, might be two. Off balance feed, there's one. Over the first, safe.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Here's a speed threat, Chris Taylor. Throw over to first. Bellinger dives back. Ground ball could be two. One at second. On to first, double play. And that's the inning.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam and end the inning.
Bottom of the inning. And now, Tyro Estrada.
Leading up for the Giants, the second baseman, Tyro
And a pitch.
Estrada.
In for a strike. That's strike one.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Kicks and deals. Swings and fouls one off. And the 0-2. Got him. And he's down on strikes for the second time today.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that, thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that pitch in play. So I can feel for the guy right there walking back to the dugout.
Now here is Lamont Wade Jr. And that one fouled off. The wind and the pitch. Strike two.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at-bat.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Out number two. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now three in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Austin Slater, grounded out his first time. And there's a foul ball. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And that's a foul ball.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
0-2 now. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him. And that's that. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. Score remains tied 1-1.
Music made me smile, some people call it rhythm and soul. I could never get enough of this kind of stuff, cause I think they call it.
Welcome back. All set for the top of the 6th. And stepping in is the speedy Gavin Lux.
Second baseman, Gavin Lux.
Rodon back to work.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Yo 1. Now 1-1. Got a good eye there. And now it's even up. Well struck right field. This one's got a chance. And brings it in at the wall.
Well, I think the wind ended up being a factor right there. It's ripping in from right field right now. So otherwise, I think that ball's out of here.
Here's Mookie to hit.
Come on now, let's go.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
That hits the dirt, and it's 1-2. That misses the zone. The count now 2-2. Two. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Here comes a pitch. Stays alive. And a pitch. This one bounced to Longoria. Longoria over to pick it up. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
The batter of the 6th.
Here's Trey Turner. In there for strike 1.
With 2 out and nobody on, you want to go right after this guy. He's the number 2 hitter, which means if he gets on, you've got some thunder coming up behind him.
Out to short. Crawford collects, sends it across to first, and that's the 3rd out. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. All tied 1-1. And welcome back. And here's the catcher, Joey Bart.
Leading up for the Giants, the catcher, Joey Bart.
And here it comes. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. 0-2 as he waves at that one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Next offering is fouled back. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. That one fouled off. Got him. So he's gotten deep into this game, and at least so far, not showing a ton of signs of fatigue.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you come into awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
And now the center fielder, Mike Yastrzemski. In there, and it's 0-1. The wide to kick the pitch. Strike 2.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Next offering is fouled back. And a pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Next offering misses, and a count 1-2.
1-2.
Stays alive. And now the lefty. That one missing inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next one is off the plate. And a full count now.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
And he deals. And down on strikes he goes. 2 away.
Well, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. We'll have some adjustments to make.
And digging in for San Francisco, Brandon Belt. Time called now as the pitching coach makes his way to the mound. A couple of relievers warming up out there in the pen. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tyler Anderson will depart, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. Phil Bickford gets the call from the pen. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty.
So at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and we need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
And that's in there for strike 1. Right-handed reliever. Ball 1 there. And a count 1-2.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
cut on and miss. Struck him out. That is the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. Still tied 1-1. Back here at the ballpark, Justin Turner now.
Leading off for the Dodgers, the third baseman, Justin Turner.
And the pitch. And a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
On the ground, right side. Sends it to first, and Turner is retired.
Now batting, the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
So now it's the four-hole hitter, Freddie Freeman. He's already homered in this game. On the ground, right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Fastball grooved right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Will Smith.
Let's go!
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Dodgers go down quietly. Score remains deadlocked at 1. On the mound now, David Price.
Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 33, David Price.
Bottom of the 7th, down the third baseman, Evan Longoria.
Leading up for the Giants, the third baseman, Evan Longoria.
The pitch. Just missed.
Ball 1, no strike.
And it's 1-1.
1-1.
And a foul ball. The pitch. That one off the mark, and the count is even 2-2. The pitch. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The punch out there, 1 away.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So now here's the DH, Darren Ruff. First offering misses the mark. The lefty, the 1-0. Good eye right there.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
In the air, left field. Taylor pulls that one down, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
And up next for San Francisco, Brandon Crawford. First offering, and it just misses. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. And down on strikes. And that is that. We look ahead to inning number 8. All tied 1-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Harleen Garcia.
Number 66, Harleen Garcia.
Ready to begin the 8th. Max Muncy at the dish.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing. Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. Signs of movement in the Giants bullpen. Zach Littell appears to be getting loose. Bounce to the left side. Longoria picks it up. On the run, throw to first. They get the out on Muncy.
The center fielder, number 35, Cody Bellinger.
1 down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Bellinger hammers one deep to right. Up against the wall and brings it in.
It's a really good swing. He just didn't get quite enough of it to beat the wind. It's blowing in from right field right now.
Chris Taylor digs in now. Good contact guy, good defender. Time asked for at the plate. Maybe an attempt to break up the rhythm that he's got going on the mound right now. And that one is lifted in the air. Wade on the move to his right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. Score remains tied 1-1. Bottom of the 8th. Now it's the second baseman, Thairo Estrada.
Leading up for the Giants, the second baseman, Thairo Estrada.
The wind to the pitch. And downstairs. There's a strike. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. Going to count 1-2. Got him looking. Now 1 away. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Wilmer Flores. He represents the go-ahead run.
Wilmer Flores.
That one's in there, 0-1. The wind of the pitch. And a foul ball. Chases that one out of the zone. And there are two down. And up next for the Giants, Austin Slater.
Left fielder, Austin Slater.
And that one fouled off. The pitch. There's the strike. Swing and a miss, and that is that. Giants down in order. Still tied, 1-1. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Zach Littell.
Number 46, Zach Littell.
Mauricio Dubon now in the game as he comes in as a new right fielder.
Number 1, Mauricio.
All set to start the ninth in this one. Here's the second baseman, Gavin Lux.
Leading off from the top, the second
Pitch.
baseman, Gavin.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Next pitch is popped up. Estrada makes the catch, and there's one away.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
So up next, Mookie Betts for the fourth time tonight. First pitch just misses. Bullpen activity starting up now. Dominic Leone up and throwing. Alvarez getting loose as well. And it's just foul. That was close. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Next offering clicks the zone count, even at 2.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Out towards left center. Yastrzemski gets under it. Makes the catch for the out.
The batter, number 6, Trey Turner.
Here's Turner now. This guy has turned into a beast.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Bounced up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Justin Turner. In the dirt. To second, but way too late. Safe there. The 1-0. And there's a ball.
Yeah, Boog, if you're that base runner at second base, you want to be quiet out there. Not bouncing around, not distracting your teammate, the hitter. Make sure that he can clearly focus on that pitcher and that release point.
And a foul ball. And the righty deals. Lifted in the air, out to left. Slater under it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. So the Dodgers leave one. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Welcome back. And now the catcher comes up to him. Joey Bart.
Leading up for the Giants, the catcher, Joey Bart.
Price back to work. And there's the strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Kicks and deals. Stays alive. Outside corner, got him looking. He can't believe it.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
And here is Mike Yastrzemski. Foul ball. Left-hand batter waits. That missed inside. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there are 2 outs.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
The first baseman, number 9, Brandon Belt.
And the batter now, Brandon Belt. 1 for 3. In there for strike 1. All tied up here in the last half of inning number 9. Next pitch misses. 1-1. Tap to first, and Freeman, the Gold Glover, makes the play. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Giants go down quietly. Score remains tied, 1-1. And welcome back. And here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Leading off for the Dodgers, the first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
And a pitch. Fought off foul. Righty to the plate. Action in the pen down there. Dominic Leone, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Alvarez getting cranked up as well. To the right side. A flip to the pitcher covering, and that is a big first out.
Now back,
And now, Will Smith.
Well, first base open. Really no reason to pitch to this hitter right here. Put him on, have the force at second first, perhaps getting inning-ending double play.
Foul ball there.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield. In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
And the right-hander deals. Pitch misses, 2-1.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Next offering is fouled back. The 2-2. In the air, left field. Slater makes the play, and there's 2 down. And now it's Max Muncy. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high-leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Here's your 1. And fouled off. 2 down, go ahead run and scoring position.
Let's sit him down right here.
And 1 and 2. Next offering is fouled back.
Don't let him score!
Kicks and fires. And that one Wrapped foul. The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a ball and 2 strikes. And he hits a ground ball right side. Bell steps on the bag. That ends the frame. One left for LA. Still tied 1-1. Back here at extras, and a new pitcher on the mound in the bottom half of the inning. Daniel Hudson.
Daniel Hudson.
Here at extras here, and digging in for San Francisco, Evan Longoria.
The Giants, the third baseman, Evan.
And he did. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. Backed off the plate that time. Action in the San Francisco bullpen. Dominic Leone, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Alvarez, a left-hander, also throwing. So now 1-2.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Runner leads away at second. Stays alive. Got him looking. And here in the 10th, the leadoff man is out.
I don't know what he's looking for right there. You have to be ready to swing the bat. You can walk it off if you're just a little more aggressive.
And next is the designated hitter, Darren Ruff. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1.
These home fans, they are making a lot of noise, putting pressure on that pitcher out there.
1 away, and the game-winning run stands at second. Next offering is in for a strike. That one drilled left field. Base hit. Into third now, so runners at the corners and 1 out. Safely into second. He's got a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Brandon Crawford, the next Giant to hit. All tied up here in extra innings. Next one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next offering is in for a strike. Two on, 1 out. Got him! Huge strikeout there.
Oh, that's a huge strikeout right there. Big second out. Infield was in. They were playing the full court press, and he got the swing and miss. Keeps this one tied. This next at bat should be a lot of fun. The odds of wiggling out of this just went up considerably.
Now it's the second baseman, Tyro Estrada. In there, and it's 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Strike three, got him swinging. That's the third out.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
The 11th inning set to get underway, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Cody Bellinger. Man at second, nobody out. Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
That's in for a strike. And it's second.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Going to count 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Right-hander kick steals, and now the count is even. Ground ball to the right side. Bell takes it himself. 1 up, 1 down.
The left fielder on the field, Chris Taylor.
And now here's the speed threat, outfielder Chris Taylor.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
And there's something you don't see very much in today's game, the pitch out. All tied up. We are in the 11th. Next pitch is inside. Now 2-0. Next one misses, and now 3-0. Appears they're working around him with the base open, Singy.
Well, you know, these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that. But ultimately, this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation.
Down the line, and it's foul. All tied up, and here in extra innings. Laced into left. That's a base hit. The run scores from third. It's 2-1.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Gavin Lux getting ready to hit. And a pitch. Down and in, moved his feet.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Pickoff throw, and he's back standing. Another move to first, and they're keeping him close. At the belt and fires. On the ground to first, could be two. Bell over to second, double play, and that'll do it for the inning. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit, and it's now a 2-1 ball game.
Dogs wanna bark and hounds wanna howl. I'm feeling beat down, wanna throw in the towel. I won't stop.
So they turn to Craig Kimbrell, and he'll do his best to hang on to this lead.
Number 46, Craig Kimbrell.
Back here at the ballpark, all set for the bottom of the 11th. Here's Mauricio Dubon. What are you looking to do in these spots? You're down a run. You're leading off the inning.
He's not a power hitter, a guy that's looking to tie it up with one swing. So he's going to take and get into this at bat and try to get deep into the bat. Ultimately, however he can, get to first base. Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. Get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
That one fouled off.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
The next offering misses, and the count is 1-2. 1-2 now. And a swing and a miss. 1 out.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
So now a pinch hitter, Jock Peterson. He represents the winning run.
23, Jock Peterson.
He swings and fouls one off. One away, the winning run at second. Oh, 2 now. And a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Joey Bart, the next Giant to hit. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
And there's a foul ball. Two outs. In the dirt. That one ripped. That's a base hit. Estrada rounds third, headed for the plate. Safe.
Big RBI for him right there. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Mike Yastrzemski, the next Giant to hit.
Now batting, center fielder, Mike
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And here it comes. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Two outs, but the winning run is at first. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-2. Got him swinging. Good job of damage control right there. So one run on one hit. No errors and a runner left. 12th inning coming up. We are tied 2-2. Staying in the game on defense, Jock Peterson. He'll be the new left fielder after entering the game as a pinch hitter. Jose Alvarez on the pitch here.
Now pitching for number 48, Jose Alvarez.
New inning getting started. Mookie Betts will get us started.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
There's the strike.
This is one of those situations where the pitcher may not really want to deal with the guy in the box, and you got to be aware of that. Take your walk. I couldn't do it, but I think he can.
And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot. And now the lefty on the ground. Rolls across the diamond, and that is a big first out.
The batter,
And now here is Trey Turner. And he's already singled in this game.
You don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And first offering is fouled off. One out. The go-ahead run is at second. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. And it is gone. Trey Turner goes deep. And the Dodgers have the lead. It's 4-2.
Changeup up in the zone is a hitter's dream. It's a BP fastball, but you're playing in real time. Most times, the pitcher's asking for a new baseball, just like right there.
Turner climbs in on that right side.
The batter, the third baseman, Justin Turner.
On the ground to third. Over to first, and Turner is retired.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Now, Freddie Freeman. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off on the right foot.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. To the right side. Takes it himself. Out number 3. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now 4-2.
Some things we show. It's just some places we go. It's just some whips we roll. Oh.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound. Brusdar Graterol. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Brusdar Graterol.
Welcome back. Now the number 2 hitter, Brandon Belt.
Leading up for the Giants, the first baseman.
Here comes a pitch.
Brandon.
And a foul ball. Next offering misses, and the count is 1-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Dominic Leone getting ready to go. And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes now.
And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. He circles the bases. His second home run of the game. And we are tied. It's 4-4.
For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Evan Longoria now at the plate. And that's in there for strike 1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Nobody on, nobody out here in extra innings. Next offering is in for a strike. Check swing, appeal to first. No, he held up. The line to kick the pitch. And it's even up. That one misses in the dirt. Got him. And now 1 away.
I see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
And the batter now, Darren Ruff. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. And that one lifted in the air center field, and there's 2 away.
The batter, number 35. Shortstop, Brandon.
So 2 down now, and here is Brandon Crawford. And first offering is fouled off. Left-hand hitter waits. Fouled off. He was late. All tied up and here in extra innings. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is that. The Giants strike for a pair as you get another look at the 2-run dinger. All even now at 4 apiece. Inning number 13 set to go. And here is Will Smith.
The catcher, Will Smith.
Alvarez back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Pitch. Hit weakly on the ground. Whips it to first in time. 1 up, 1 down.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
Here's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Muncy hits one in the air. Way back there, it's got a chance. And out of here. Max Muncy leaves the yard, and they add a pair. It's 6-4. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
So the Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, Dominic Leone. He's into the game with the bases empty. Bellinger up to hit.
The center fielder, number 35, Cody Bellinger.
Swings through that one. 0-1. Righty delivers. Strike 2. Pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 0-2. Stays alive. And the 0-2. Bounce to the right side, and foul ball. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And he chases that one. Now 2 out. Here's the left fielder, Chris Taylor.
The left fielder, Chris Taylor.
And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Gavin Lux.
And next for LA, Gavin Lux. Leon sticks to first, and he just got his hand in there. Now this is in the air down the line. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. And that is that. That funky Muncie with the homer for LA. It's a 2-run lead now at 6-4.
This is what I'm made for. Every single moment that I'm living, I can feel it.
Back here at extras, and a new pitcher on the mound in the bottom half of the inning, Alex Vesia. And he'll work on holding this lead.
Vesia.
Last half of the 13th set to go at the plate. Tyro Estrada.
For the Giants, the second baseman, Tyro Estrada.
And a pitch. And that one missing low. Signs of movement in the Giants bullpen. Tyler Rogers getting loose out there.
Give him the green light.
And the 1-0.
That's ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
Swing and a miss.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
The pitch. And a swing and a miss there.
Count 2-2.
Ground ball right side. And Estrada is out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Mauricio Dubon.
And now the right fielder, Mauricio Dubon. And that one fouled off. Tying run at the plate. That one missed.
1-1.
Crawford takes his lead at third with one away. Hard ground ball, base knock. In comes the run from third, and they trail by 1.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through, and they're back within a run. Pretty tough for the infielder to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
1 down, runner at first. And now Jack Peterson
Now batting, left fielder,
in there for strike 1.
Peterson.
And the 0-1. Tying run at first, the winning run at the plate. Next offering is fouled back.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
So now with 1 swing, this guy could end it. And a swing and a miss. That's out number 2.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Stepping in, Joey Bart. That one's in there, 0-1. Kicks and deals. And a foul ball. The 0-2. And misses inside.
Right now, they're looking for something, hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 2-2 now. Slapped foul. Next pitch misses, and it's 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Tying run is at first, and the home team trying to pull it out. Got him, and that's the ball game.
A 13-inning win on the road. Very impressive all the way around. But what I like is the opportunity that certain guys who don't contribute a whole lot game to game, they came in big in this one. And I think they'll be looked upon and called upon in future games to help get the W as well.
6-5 the final here today. A 1-run extra inning win. Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shelby saying so long.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Dodgers, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Giants, 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 29 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.